Hey everybody, welcome to the Token Nerd Review. I'm Anthony.
I'm Addison.
All right, we're here for another episode of the Token Nerd Review. Today is going to be a special, as you called it, trailer talk. As you all might know, being fans in the community, that the Captain America Civil War trailer finally dropped. That was yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so trailer dropped yesterday. We're a little bit behind. We haven't had a chance. We've both been busy with work, so we finally got a chance to sit down. I guarantee that there are, would you say, 2,000 different reviews already about the trailer,
Most
or
likely.
trailer breakdown. But the whole point of Token Nerd is just to continue the conversation. So let's get started we'll just play a short version of the trailer real quick.
New York, Washington, D.C., Sokovia. Okay, that's enough. Captain, people are afraid. Run! I was wrong about you. Started a war.
All right, I've run out of patience. On to roost!
Hey everyone.
All right, so what are your overall thoughts on the trailer?
I really liked it. It's interesting enough because there's so much in the trailer, but we still don't exactly know how the story is going to go. We know that the Avengers are split and there's going to be some fighting in between them, but we still don't know who the villain is because we know we still have Baron Zemo, we still have Crossbones. Thunderbolt Ross kind of is not. I feel like he's going to be a villain, but with a good cause.
See, I think that we know the antagonist is going to be Tony Stark. There's no going to be side like in Batman v Superman, poster included. It's Batman, Superman, and then we obviously see Doomsday and Lex Luthor is going to be an antagonist. But in this, I believe it's all going to be solely. They might be getting manipulated, but like Baron Zemo, Crossbones, played by
Frank Grillo.
But anyway, they're just going to be side plots, just like Baron Zemo. Yeah, Baron Zemo was in Stryker.
No, Strucker.
Yeah, it's just going to be a really quick character. It's not going to play a big deal. I don't think so. But so obviously, I agree. I love this trailer. Unlike Batman v Superman, I really feel the impact. This is where Batman v Superman is a brand new, fresh universe. This one is something that we know, we've been introduced to. We've been in it for years, since 2007, and now we get to see our first character that we fell in love with, which was Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. You know, he's been doing, technically he's been doing this the longest. I know Cap has been doing it since World War I, but he's been on ice. Or World War II, thank you. Ooh, that was embarrassing. I guess that would make sense if it was World War I.
Yeah.
But no, so there's that feeling where we are obviously seeing the progression of this movie through Cap's eyes. And so we see Tony Stark as the villain. And that's going to be hard for fans who will obviously have known Cap or Iron Man to be our hero or our main character to be our antagonist. But I feel like this movie is also going to play. You're going to see both sides.
Yeah.
Just like in the comic books. But
well, you have to because these are still heroes. It's not like
there's no evil.
Yeah, it's not like these are going to be the new villains of the Marvel universe. You have to make sure that the audience knows that why they're doing this. There's a good cause behind it.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, you know what? We don't like the other Avengers, so we're going to fight.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
All right, so before we move on with the breakdown of how the trailer is going to be, do you think that Thunderbolt Ross will be Red Hulk in this movie? Because I know Anthony Mackie made the comment that everyone's great, Captain America's great, Falcon's great, Hulk is great.
Yeah. I would. That's a whole other thing that you have to explain.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with everything that's going on in this movie right now, You just can't. And I actually, William Hurt, who's playing Thunderbolt Ross, was asked if he was playing Red Hulk in the movie.
Yeah.
He said no. I mean, of course, when you have a Disney sniper, watching you from
the mouse is up, or Mickey Mouse is up on a rooftop.
No, it's like a FBI agent with the ears with the ears you get at Disneyland. So yeah, he said no, but he said he was open. He was open to the idea of
vibrate.
Huh?
That's why we silence our phones.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah. He said he was open to the idea of Red Hulk and later in the future movies, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, but they've lied to us before.
Well, I mean, we're still waiting to see Red Skull come back, so
that's true. But the movie starts out with, not movie, but the trailer really starts out with, we see this winter base. But we get the monologue. We see Thunderbolt Ross talking to Cap,
the new
Widow,
Avengers.
The new Avengers minus Rhodey and Vision. We only see Vision for a second, and that's Scarlet Witch taking him down or doing some kind of magic on him.
Mm-hmm.
But it says, okay, New York, which granted, the Avengers saved New York, and I will always ask, why weren't there SHIELD agents on the ground? Why were the Avengers? Why were 5 people the only ones protecting New York?
Well, remember, most of the SHIELD agents were held back because of the council. The council said no one go there, and because they were planning on dropping a nuke on New York.
That's right. I forgot. Oh, good call.
Mm-hmm.
And then it said New York, or not New, so that New York,
and
DC, and Falcon looks
Sokovia.
Down. Yeah, and then Slovakia.
Sokovia.
Sorry. Wow, I'm based in the real world. And then that's when Scarlet Witch looks down. That was her hometown. That was her hometown.
It was her home.
Yeah, and so she looks down. Cap says that's enough because he sees how one of his teammates is getting emotional. And basically, I'm guessing it's just like in the comic books. They're saying, hey, you guys have been going on your own. You've been reckless. And so what they're going to do is just basically make the Avengers SHIELD. 100% SHIELD. And obviously, Cap is going to oppose, and Iron Man's going to say, "Hey, yeah, I'm realizing I've been the base of every problem we've had so far."
More or less, yeah.
Or especially Ultron. Ultron was my fault, and so that's going to be the real big rift is Cap, and you even hear him say, "Hey, I can't. What do you say? I can't look away from trouble, or I can't."
When things are going south, I can't ignore it.
Okay.
See, the problem is I wanted to feel like this when at the end of Age of Ultron, because that was one of my biggest problems with it, is at the ending there was no
it felt like a filler movie.
Not even that. It just, there was no, I really wanted to see the rift between Tony and Cap.
Yeah, and it made it seem like it was stronger by the end of the movie.
Yeah, the only real difference was that we had a new Avengers team.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I mean, as cool as it was to see a new team, I really wanted to see like the seeds being planted of Civil War happening, because we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to see it actually. I don't know. I wanted there to be impact other than we have a new Avengers team and we have a new base.
Yeah. Ultimately, aside from, and I don't want to be mean, but a city in Africa was destroyed, or a portion of it was wrecked.
Yeah.
And then I say the country's name.
Sokovia.
Sokovia was lifted into the sky. There was no. I'm not trying to say like, oh, they lifted a small country in the air or a small city.
It was a small city within Sokovia.
Okay, and so I don't make it seem like that wasn't a big deal, but like ultimately, it didn't really do anything. Compared to, I don't know. It didn't seem like there was a big impact. Age of Ultron was more like the extended.
They try to turn Sokovia into a meteor.
But no, Age of Ultron was more like just, the holiday weekend of Ultron.
It was there.
Yeah. But so we get our first look at is it Chadwick
Boseman?
Yep.
Well, it's the second look because he was in the first trailer, but this is the first time we really see him in action.
We saw him in the first trailer?
Yeah. You see him being chased by Cap, and then you see him kicking
no, I don't mean in the I mean without his mask.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first time we see him. And we get a better look at him as Black Panther. But we see him in, like, Ash. So we're going to assume that Bucky is still being controlled by someone.
Well, if you kind of put the two trailers together, there's a line in the first one where Cap says, like, hey, did you, he was asking about this attack on the embassy. He's like, "Oh, I don't do that anymore." So it almost kind of seems like Bucky's being set up by someone else. That's what I'm taking from it, because it seemed like he wasn't being controlled in the first trailer when they found him.
Yeah.
So I think that's why, because there was a thing came out saying the reason why Black Panther is being Black Panther in New York or wherever they are is because of Winter Soldier. So I'm assuming that T'Challa, who's Black Panther's alter ego, I think he was at the embassy doing relation stuff for Wakanda, and then there's this attack, and they assume that it's Winter Soldier, and that's why he's after Captain Winter Soldier. That's what I'm assuming.
Okay, yeah.
So everyone's being played.
So I'm excited to see him, and he looks great. There's even a scene where he's getting shot at, and his suit's obviously gonna be made of vibranium, and it's
not affecting him at all.
Not affecting because it's absorbing the impact, and they're just bouncing off. I love that shot.
Oh yeah,
people seem to overlook that. But he looks great. Like I said before, we saw a shot of Scarlet Witch using her abilities on Vision, and the two of them are in the movie because they can cancel each other out because they're
they both get their powers from Infinity Gems.
Does she?
Yeah, remember they were being her and Quicksilver were being tested on by Strucker with the
Tesseract.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not Tesseract. The Loki Pokey stick. Remember? Yeah.
Okay.
They were using it to test on people. So they're both Infinity Babies.
I hadn't thought about that. Infinity Babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So we see. I assume a lot of this conversation will take place on. People are calling it the Raft. I think it looks more like the Raft, but I was thinking it was going to be obviously their version of Prison 42.
Yeah.
And so instead, they don't have rights to the Negative Zone, which is what they used in the Civil War comics.
And it belongs to Fox and Fantastic Four.
What would they call it? Earth Zero or Universe Zero? Dimension
Something.
Zero. I'll be honest, folks. I didn't see Fantastic Four, the reboot. I can't. I try watching it tonight.
Maybe.
No. Okay. So, but it will make sense. So we don't have another dimension, but instead this prison is going to lift up for a second. People will land, and it will go to the bottom of the ocean. So there's no way you're gonna get out.
So you Namor.
Yeah. Ooh.
But
Namor belongs to Universal, doesn't he?
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean,
some random deal. Marvel was desperate at one point. They're just selling everything. But so that's interesting. I like the idea that there's this prison, and that's where I'm wondering. So do you think that S.H.I.E.L.D. and their Inhumans will play a role? Because obviously there aren't enough villains. We've killed everybody.
No, I think what the cinematic universe is doing very well of not needing the TV show. So I think the TV show heavily relies on the movies, but the movies just don't.
Yeah,
they don't care about what's going on.
But we
until we get to after the first Infinity War, when we get Captain Marvel and then the Inhumans movie.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Can't have been a long day. But no. So, but I was thinking that the reason we'd have the TV show and even the idea of the Marvel or the Netflix series, we obviously had Purple Man who. He was super powerful. What do we do with him? We can't really put him in a prison. So they put him in the bottom of the ocean. If he spoilers and
he's dead.
Yeah, but no. So there are Inhumans out there because right now all we're seeing is like there was the Jumper, the guy in Captain America: Winter Soldier. The first guy is called the Leaper or the Jumper. That's who he was. He was a silly Captain America villain.
Okay, I'm sorry. I spaced out for a second. What are you talking about?
In the beginning of Winter Soldier.
The movie?
Yes.
Okay.
The guy that they stop on that the Russian or French terrorist boat.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. The MMA fighter.
Yeah. He played the Leaper or either the Leaper or Jumper. I want to say it's Leaper. But so yeah, they're No,
I think they. No, oh never mind. No, they were just interrogating him. I thought they killed him.
Yeah. So people like him are just super skilled. They're not super powered. And we pull with the TV show and Netflix, we know there are stronger people out there.
Enhanced humans.
Enhanced and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be putting down in these prisons, and ultimately we're going to be putting superheroes.
Yeah.
They're building those prisons for Cap and for Scarlet Witch, Vision, Thor, in a sense, Hulk. But
contingency plans.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, we'll move on to a couple more points. we could go on and on. I don't want to really walk the trail like we've just been doing. So what were your 3 highlights, your 3 pros, maybe 3 cons?
Well, one of my pros, of course, is Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Black Panther. His costume looks cool. I can't wait to see him hauling ass down that tunnel, being chased by Captain America. Because someone put online, like, if someone didn't know who Black Panther was, they're just watching a cat man chase someone. Like, it's like, why is that evil cat man chasing him? So I'm really excited for Black Panther. I'm actually really excited to see the dynamics of this team. I really can't wait, because it's not an Avengers movie.
No,
it's not. It's Captain America: The Civil War. So I can't wait to really see how the Russo brothers, who are directing it, I can't wait to see how they work with these characters, because this is going to be like because those 2 directors, they're doing Infinity War Part 1 and 2. So this is kind of like a practice run of how they use the Avengers. So I'm really excited to see how they work with all these personalities, because now the team's bigger. It's huge.
Yeah.
So a third thing, let's I think we both have one thing, so we'll hold
list.
Yeah.
For me, big point was, sounds silly, I loved seeing Ant-Man on Hawkeye's arrow. One, because I love the new look of his helmet. We've gotten a closer look on some of the toys that have come out, the Funko Pop figures and the Funko Dorbs. We've seen his new helmet being a little bit more slicker, and then that will kind of roll on into one of my negatives. Not negatives, but something I wish had happened. So I love seeing that, and I love seeing Black Panther getting shot. I mean, I thought that was really cool. It built the idea that his suit is basically Captain America's shield.
Right.
So those are 2 highlights.
Oh God, a black guy we can't kill with a gun. Oh no!
Oh God.
I'm black. It's okay.
Excuse me. All right. Did you have any? Well, okay. So obviously our third is Spider-Man showing up.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
That brings up another question. Obviously we're not really gonna have any cons, except for like me. I wanted to see Giant Man in this trailer, but I could have got. I'm gonna.
But they want that to be a surprise.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of hoping Spider-Man would be a surprise.
Well, here's the thing. The genius of how that trailer was done is what Iron Man said before the end of the trailer. He said, "All right, I've had enough patience.
I've lost my patience.
I lost my patience." Right. Which that was a commentary for the fans, because every time something new about Civil War comes out, where's Spider-Man?
Show me pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like we see a poster. Oh, where's Spider-Man? He's not on it. We see concept art. Where's Spider-Man? So the fact that he says, "I lost my patience," under ruse, and Spider-Man shows up, I thought that was really clever.
Yeah.
Because it's like, as fans, we lost it. We want to be surprised, but at the same time, we want to know. We want to see Spider-Man. So the fact that he shows up really quickly, and another important part of that scene is because if he just swung in, that could have been any kid with a video editor could have done that. But it's the fact that he took Cap's shield, and he's holding Cap's shield, and it's pretty much saying, "Hey, I'm not in my own universe anymore. I'm with everyone else."
Yeah, and
so
especially as that pompous, and that's what I love about it.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone. I wanted to punch that kid in the face.
But he's a kid.
I know that's the whole point. I'm happy about it. I'm genuinely happy that he's going to be a punk kid. That's what I like about Andrew Garfield, is that he had that punk attitude.
It wasn't even a punk attitude. He landed's like, "Hey, everyone."
He's probably nervous.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He's standing among gods other than without Thor.
So no gods.
No gods, just intense people. Yeah. So he's really, that's why I imagine he's really nervous. Under that mask, he's like, hi. Because he just webbed Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love seeing on his belt, you could see the web capsules, like in the cartoon. So that'll be kind of cool when he like runs out. And he's like, oh, he has to slip another one in. That'd be really cool. I'm hoping that we get references to like Oscorp now.
Yeah.
I don't want too much. I don't want this to be Spider-Man's movie, but I want there to be reference to like what Spider-Man has done recently.
I'm sure you will hear that like Oscorp is funding the Sokovia initiative or whatever it's called.
Yeah. But maybe he'll make a phone call to like Aunt May or something, or he'll say, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Yeah, and Aunt May's hot in this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember
May the Gilf.
Well, she's more of like
a. She's supposed to be his grandma.
No, aunt.
No,
Aunt
she's supposed to be
May.
his grandma.
It's an Amph?
Anyway, so I'm just really excited. Like
Marissa
I said,
Tomei. Good God.
But no, I really wanted to see, and I'm happy that I can wait. I'm more than happy to wait to see Giant Man, because we've seen the spoilers, like the Toilers. We saw we've seen a Dorbs, we've seen a Funko Pop figure of Giant Man, and we've seen that Lego set of that airport fight scene, and there's Giant Man in it.
Well, I didn't know we saw it. I thought we just we saw the list of Funkos that are coming out and just says Giant Man.
No, obviously you've not been listening to the episodes of Token Nerd. We talked about Toilers. Don't look at them. Look at me.
Toilers.
Spoilers are toys. Anyway,
sorry.
But,
I was trying to be the sloth from Zootopia.
But no. So we're running out of time. So I'd love to see that. I really wanted to see Black Panther speak.
Yeah,
I'm very excited about that. But I'm perfectly fine. I could have gone without seeing Spider-Man. I would like to see the web come down, maybe him do a flip, but then not see him land.
Oh, come on. Can you imagine
and his eyes?
Can you imagine the fans if they just showed the web? You know how mad they would be?
We're mad anyway.
Okay, exactly. There's no win.
You can't please fans. But no, so folks, let's just last piece. We talked about Spider-Man's eyes. They look awesome. Like you said before, Deadpool.
Deadpool changed the game of superhero eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't change the game of, how it's done. He changed the eyes because they had the CGI white on his eyes. Spider-Man has it. I'm calling it the Batman in 2000 whatever. He's gonna have white eyes.
But no, so folks, thanks for joining us for this Token Nerd review, where we talked about the trailer or the trailer talk. Token Nerd trailer talk. Anywho, jumping ahead. If you like this trailer talk, hit that like button, and then if you like this channel, you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. We have many other videos. We have a Token Nerd podcast. We have Token Nerd review. We have a Token Nerd unboxing, where we just recently opened the new Legion Core, or Legion
Collectors.
Legion of Collectors, which is the DC Funko box. But hit that. If you have something you want to say, if you have thoughts, if there's something we missed, comment down below. Also, if you want to send us an email, we might be reading it on the Token Nerd Podcast. If you want to email us at tokennerdpodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow us on social media. We are on Twitter and Instagram at @token_nerd. We're also on Facebook at Token Nerd. Like us, and you can download or subscribe to us on iTunes. You can download our podcast there. It is Token Nerd on iTunes. And we have Addison here, who is also the casual movie fan. Addison, where can people find you at?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Casual Movie Fan, and you can also check out my website at casualmoviefan.com.
All right. So, once again, thanks for listening and watching. I'm Anthony.
I'm Addison.
Stay spicy, my friends.